Think the WNBA drama was done? Not a chance. Angel Reese just spotted her former teammate Brianna Turner training with none other than public enemy number one, Caitlin Clark, and let's just say, she was not thrilled. Betrayal? Jealousy? Or just classic pettiness?
Arrived in Indiana, ESPN says Caitlin Clark is not a top 5 player. The New York Liberty are creating a super team, and Unrivaled crowns their very first champions. You guys, there is so much to talk about today, so let's jump.
And why Angel Reese might just be securing her spot in the X Hall of Fame, because this might be the biggest betrayal since Caesar met the Senate. Brianna Turner has officially left Reese in the dust, and honestly, who didn't see this coming? While Reese is out here throwing social media tantrums like she's gunning for a reality TV contract, Turner has effortlessly stepped into Caitlin Clark's world, and surprise, surprise, they're clicking. Shocking, right? Almost as if talent and real teamwork actually matter.
Lads, it's looking like the Indiana Fever have signed a perfect player to have beside Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Dwana Bonner, Tasha Howard, Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hall. Who else? Sydney Colson's still on this team, Damaris Dantas, and whoever they draft in second.
Angel Reese losing her mind over this? That's just the cherry on top of this comedy Sunday. Imagine thinking you're basketball royalty, only to realize your own teammate would rather link up with literally anyone else, and worse, with Caitlin Clark, the one player who makes Reese's so-called skills look like a YMCA pickup game. Talk about poetic
And of course you have Caitlin, she had such a phenomenal rookie season, so many great accolades, and I think the jumping from season 1 to season 2 players can also make a really big jump, so I'm excited to see her growth from year 1 and year 2, and she hasn't reached her ceiling yet either, so I'm really excited to watch her growth as well.
So what are you on the court? What sort of attributes do you think you're going to bring?
Watching Turner click effortlessly with Clark is either heartwarming or absolutely soul-crushing if you're Angel Reese. But let's be real, Reese acting blindsided by this is like someone sticking their finger in an outlet and then being shocked it hurts. You'd think by now she'd realize that being insufferably arrogant isn't exactly the secret sauce for team chemistry, but nope. Now, Reese is probably fuming, furiously drafting some petty comeback or rehearsing her next meltdown. Can you imagine her disbelief? How dare they choose a talented, cooperative player over my relentless melodrama, the audacity. Almost like sportsmanship and teamwork actually matter. But hey, maybe Reese missed that memo, too busy admiring her own reflection, and let's not even start on the chemistry between Turner and Clark. Watching them play is like witnessing a perfectly synchronized dance routine. Meanwhile, watching Reese? More like seeing someone trip over their own feet and insist it was on purpose. Yeah, sure, Angel, that's almost comical how quickly her carefully curated persona.
A workout video with Brianna Turner and Caitlin Clark. Now, this is the first video where we've seen 2 players working out together from this team, so I want to live react to it with you guys. So obviously Coach KP is there. I feel like he never leaves the gym. You have Caitlin coming across the screen for a 3. It looks like with all of these, they're working on a screen and roll with...
Maybe next time, Angel Reese could try something truly groundbreaking, humility. Crazy concept, right? Imagine putting the team first, sharing the spotlight instead of hoarding it, and, just a thought, not treating every game like a personal showcase for how tough and intimidating you think you are. But, of course, that's asking way too much from someone whose entire brand revolves around ego and theatrics. So here's to Brianna Turner and Caitlin Clark, basketball's newest power duo. Meanwhile, Reese can keep stewing in her own self-made drama, wondering why no one wants to play in her sandbox anymore. Spoiler alert, it's because she won't stop throwing sand. And just when we thought the WNBA couldn't get any messier, Brianna Turner flipped the script, and we're so here for it. Remember when Turner threw subtle shade at Caitlin Clark? Yeah, well, apparently, she caught a serious case of amnesia, because now they're practically besties, braiding each other's hair, plotting world domination in Indiana, and leaving Reese in the dust. This unexpected Turner-Clark alliance has officially turned Angel Reese into the ultimate third.
I think I'm really just like a calming presence. I feel like I never get too high or get too low. People are like, why don't you smile more? Why don't you get excited? I'm like, I'm just chilling, I'm vibing. Like, I feel like I'm really an observer, but I am really competitive as well. I like to run the floor, like to play defense. Like to win, and I think the Fever was a place to be if I wanted to win.
Turner and Clark linking up feels like that classic teen movie moment when two former rivals realize they're way better off without the resident drama queen. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is left behind like a forgotten Netflix series, once hyped, now painfully irrelevant. You almost want to feel bad for Reese as she watches Turner buddy up with Clark. Almost, but then you remember the constant pouting, the over-the-top gestures, and the tantrums that make actual toddlers look emotionally stable. Suddenly, any sympathy vanishes faster than Reese's credibility. Honestly, Brianna Turner might deserve an Oscar for best performance in pretending past shade never happened. And Clark? Being the superstar she is, she probably just shrugged and thought, if this annoys Angel Reese, count me in. Can you picture Reese's reaction right now? She's probably rage-posting cryptic subtweets or dropping passive-aggressive Instagram stories about how she totally doesn't care, while obviously caring way too much. This is basically the
say for WNBA players, they should all stay off the tweet. If they can stay off Twitter, if that's the thing, if you can stay off Twitter and you're a Fever player, you're going to do well. You're going to do really, really well. But, yeah, obviously, she's done that. She's turned off replies, and with that being said, like, she is an unbelievable.
Let's talk about how Indiana just pulled off the ultimate glow-up, upgrading from a full-blown soap opera to a real dynamic duo. Meanwhile, Angel Reese, who thought she'd reign supreme in her little fantasy basketball kingdom, has officially been replaced faster than last year's iPhone. Imagine going from thinking you're the Beyoncé of the WNBA to realizing you're actually Michelle, quietly fading into the background while Brianna Turner and Caitlin Clark steal the show. That's gotta sting worse than a missed free throw in a championship game, though. Let's be real, Reese would know all about that, but did she see this coming? Of course not. Reese operates under the assumption that everyone is permanently orbiting planet Reese. Now, watching Brianna cozy up to Caitlin must feel like the ultimate betrayal.
I don't want there to be any team situations where you're coming between the Indiana Fever and that locker room, girl. I'm gonna make that very clear. I don't want to see that at all. So once again, you cleaned it up. You mentioned Caitlin Clark. You mentioned she hasn't hit her ceiling as well. But she is the offense here. She is the number one option. She is the franchise player. And I think you need to give recognition to that.
Angel Reese, the self-proclaimed queen who keeps losing loyal subjects faster than a reality TV star loses endorsements. Imagine being so insufferable that your own teammates start Googling escape routes mid-season, desperately plotting their dramatic getaway from your never-ending diva disasters. But Brianna Turner? Oh, she didn't just leave, she leveled up. She went from playing reluctant sidekick in the Angel Reese show to chasing actual championship dreams alongside Caitlin Clark. That's not just an upgrade, that's a full-on basketball glow-up. Going from Angel Reese's chaotic empire to Caitlin Clark's court is like trading a rusty tricycle for a brand new Tesla. Let's be real, Angel Reese losing teammates is about as shocking as rain being wet. But watching those same teammates sprint straight into Kate...
And at her peak, she's been one of the best top 5 defenders in the WNBA, and this is exactly what the Fever need. The Fever need defense on their bench. They don't need a scorer. They don't need somebody to go and take 20 shots a game. They don't even need someone to average 5 points per game. They literally need somebody that goes out there, knows their role, sets screens, rolls to the basket, shoots 50% on layups, can score a couple of fast break layups by just outrunning their matchup, gets rebounds,